Good evening and welcome to Sports of the Day. This is NCAA Basketball '09, a game I finally do own a copy of. Starting out here with a couple of substitutions, because the game tells me I have to make substitutions, and doesn't really allow you to not make substitutions. It's kind of incredibly annoying. But I do what I must. Because the players get tired, as they do. There's no indication, of course, that they do. But they do. They just start playing a little less, start being a little fatigued. You know, you can tell the signs of fatigue in game, of course. So, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Oh, hey, that's nice. Right, one-on-one under the basket. And we'll get fouled. Okay. Not bad, not a bad deal. The free throws, you gotta, it's weird, it's not like any of the other games, you gotta wait until you're in the little green bar and hit it. It's hard for me to see because I'm playing on a really, I'm playing on a really bad TV. I'm on a CRT that's on its last legs pretty clearly, so it's hard for me to really make out that little green bar. Nobody watched the Selection Sunday stream that I did on Sunday, which I'm not surprised by. I might put some archives up from that at some point. Did they step out of bounds or he travel? I don't really know what happened there. He seems upset, and my coach seems happy, so that's good. But I did mention during that stream that I was trying to find a copy of EA Sports College Basketball 2010. But I looked up the price, and the price was something like $50 for an Xbox 360 copy of the game, and that's absurdly high, especially for a 5-year-old sports game. I did manage at a store, like a brick-and-mortar store, to find this game last week. It wasn't even in the city I live in. Damn, well that's unfortunate. So we're down by 7. Right now I'm in the NCAA tournament mode on the San Diego, I don't even remember what their mascot was. Oh damn, jumped the passing lane there. I knew that was risky, but I had an open shot in the corner. Taking on the Connecticut Huskies in the NCAA tournament. I believe I'm a 14, or possibly a 13. Connecticut would be a 3 or a 4, depending on which was correct. I believe they're a 4, and I'm a 13. We saw a couple of 3 and 14 upsets today. I was surprised by, but I wasn't too surprised to see Iowa State go down. It is great to see UAB get a win. It will always be great to see UAB get a win. They had chants during the game. Apparently, their fan section was chanting about firing their president. Which, if you don't know about that, their football team was disbanded this year after speculation that they were costing the school too much money and they weren't making enough back. And there was this whole business with the game just froze there for a second, by the way. With the Alabama Board of Trustees. And so it's always nice. I mean, the school and the players and the fans got royally screwed over by the state of Alabama and by a lot of the powers that be. Number 42 is charged with the foul. Wow, is that a foul? Damn. So it's good to see them win, and it's always fun to see Iowa State lose. I didn't see the end of the game, unfortunately. I was looking at it with my ESPN phone application. Same thing goes for the Baylor game. I had Baylor going kind of far, and by kind of far is an understatement. I had them as my national champions in my bracket, because I never really take the bracket challenge too seriously. I haven't ever since 2000, and I think it was 8 when I scored a record low, I think, in my family's pool. And I was out by like the Sweet 16. All of my teams were out because I had like Drake in the Final Four or something like that. And they went out in the first round or something crazy. So yeah, I mean that's unfortunate, of course, but hey, it's all just fun and games. And who knows? Maybe some other stuff will happen. Maybe everybody else will get fucked over too. Maybe who is it? Kentucky will lose in Kansas, because Kentucky's the obvious favorite, but Kansas is our school, so like everybody either picks the obvious favorite to win or Kansas. So theoretically, if both of those teams go out, oh, was that a charge? Damn. If both teams go out, which they might, I don't know who would come out of that region, because nobody's really there. Probably be Notre Dame, if anybody. Oh, fuck. Thought we really had a decent shot there. Yeah, we're pretty overmatched here. That's unfortunate. We'll have more of this game coming for you on Monday, or possibly even on Saturday. I might break the rules and upload a weekend video. It's not really breaking the rules, but I might want to upload a weekend video just because tomorrow is Friday, so, or well, today's Thursday. Who gives a shit? Today's Thursday that I'm recording this, but tomorrow is Friday, and this video will go up on a Friday. I'll just put 2 videos up on Friday because I like this game and I like showing it to people. However, it's late at night, and I don't feel like I feel like I gotta go to bed, unfortunately. Oh wow, just leave the lane wide open for him. That's may have been why you don't really want to reach up in the front, you know, in the first quarter of the court, but hey, whatever works, or doesn't work. This game's effectively over. Ah, damn, this game will sometimes just, oh, alright, that's fun. Games will sometimes just kind of auto-pass, because you think, well, you know what you're doing, but you got an open, you know, open lane to the basket, and all of a sudden you're passing the ball to somebody who's two kinds of you know, 3 people away from the basket. I can't stop him from scoring, unfortunately.
The small forward receives the ball. Tries for 2.
I'm beating him up inside. Like, I'm not doing a terrible job. I just can't get him from making layups effectively, which is a common issue of mine. I'll make that. Oh, maybe I won't. Okay. Well, we might have a shot then. Who's that guy up there? Okay. Got it to him. Give it to him there, and just let him go to the basket effectively. There we go. Okay, down by 5. Not bad.
This one might go down to the final buzzer. In close games like this, Brad, offensive and defensive
damn it.
execution is very important.
Nobody picks up on the defensive end when I'm reaching in the front court. Of course, that's a not a problem for most people who aren't terrible at games like I am, but
He shoots from the top of the circle.
I just want to steal the ball, you know. It's not my fault. I don't understand why they had so much. In this era, the women's and men's three-point line was at, yeah, this game's over. Anyway, the women's and men's three-point lines were at different ranges. However, they had both of them on the court during both games, and I have to assume that's because they would play at the tournament games. Were they using the same facilities for both tournaments? And if not, could they not change, you know, the court around in time? I mean, they have people whose job it is to do that. I mean, I remember during that time it was like, you know, this place like Villanova would play in it's not the Spectrum anymore, but it's wherever the Sixers play, and they would have 3 lines on the court. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. So we do get to see, unfortunately, the heartbreak of a small school losing to a big powerhouse. And we go back to this neat little screen with Kevin Love. I like this. I like how they did this. It did not return, and when they started making basketball games again. Hopefully EA starts making a college game again. I know I say that every time I play a college game, but hey, all we gotta do is pay the players, theoretically, you know. No, it's not that difficult. And I mean, they got a lot of money. You'd think it'd be, you know, even $300 to each player. Yeah, I mean, that does add up to a lot, and there are a lot of players in every sport, but it's, you know, it's their likeness. Yeah, well, whatever. Kevin Love with the fadeaway. We'll end off with a half-court shot. And I will say, good night. Have a good night's sleep. I'll see you again another day on Sports.